To start a Padlet account, you need to go to Padlet.com and just click the Sign Up It's Free button. When you do that, you can see that you can sign up with your Google account. So that was what I would do if I were you, or if you have a Microsoft account. Makes it much easier. I'm just going to go ahead and log into my account. So you can see I'm just logging in with my Google account. And I have several Padlets in here. I'm going to show you a couple examples to get started before I show you how to make one. So here's a bike theme Padlet, and what I use this for were students were supposed to discuss some different things about biking. And so I put each of the topics into a column on the page. You can see down at the bottom of the page that if they want to add to a specific column, they hit the plus sign and it will come up with title. They can write something, and they can also attach almost anything in Padlet, okay? So if I click here just to show you the options of what you can do here, you can upload a document, you can link something, you can attach something from Google, you can take a photo with your webcam, you can even capture yourself talking on your webcam if you want to. You could just record your voice, you can record your screen, you can doodle. So many options here of what they can attach to their actual post. Okay, so also to show you, people can comment back and forth on other posts in Padlet. So there was a post up here about the Bicycle Collective, and below it there are several comments, and I can go in and add a comment here as well if I want to. Okay, so it's really about, Padlet is a discussion board of sorts, but it's a very rich discussion board because of the ways that it will allow you to add information. Okay, so I think that is a good example. I'm going to go out here and show you how to make one. So if I do make a Padlet, you've got all these different options that you can choose from. The option I just showed you is called the shelf because it's a series of columns. So we'll go into a different one just to see how something else might be. So let's go into grid and select it. And it actually walks you through the steps of what to do in your Padlet. So you can see you first want to title it. And you can put a description. This is where I usually put in the instructions of what students are supposed to do on the Padlet. And you definitely want to scan down here because you can change the appearance of your Padlet. Okay, all different kinds of ways to go here, but if you go to the pictures section, you will see that there are some pretty cool pictures in here. You can add, some of them even have movement to them. So lots of different variety of what it might look like. There's also gradients and textures and solid colors that you can add to. So lots of different options for the background. If you don't like any of their backgrounds, you can also add your own. Okay, so lots of options there. Notice down here when I get to the posting piece, it's really important that if you want students to be able to comment, you have to turn that feature on. Okay, note that it automatically aligns so that the new posts appear first. Okay. You could require attribution, which is it displays the author name above each post. And that's a good idea because if your students are using this and they forget to put their name in the post, then it's really hard to tell that they did their assignment. You can also turn on reactions if you want to. So if you want to make it more like a social networking experience for them, they can like posts, vote posts, star posts, or grade posts. Totally up to you which one they do there. You also have some filtering options. So you can require approval so that you get to see the post before it goes live. You can also filter out profanity in the posts. Okay, so if that's something that you're worried about, definitely go for that. I'm going to hit the next button and notice that it says I'm all set to go. Okay, so I can go ahead and start posting. I'm going to close this. Whenever I go to share my Padlet, some really important things here. Notice that I can just copy the link and get a QR code. I can embed it. So if I have a website, I can just embed it right in the website. I can email it, Facebook it, Twitter, and share it directly to Google Classroom, which I think is really important for teachers. You can also save these posts in a variety of ways and print them if you need to. Notice up here with the privacy that right now it is set so that visitors can write, but I can change that privacy if I want to. Okay, so basically they have to have the link to the post in order to get to it. I could make it public, I could password protect it, I could keep it private. Here are my visitor permissions down here. So I could give them editing permissions, or maybe I just want them to be able to read and not actually post. Okay, so lots of different options here. You also, when I initially made this post, can make a unique URL. So you can see that my account is called padlet.com/CassidyH because that's my username on my Gmail account that I used. But I could change this ending part, right? So if I wanted to make it sample, for instance, it looks like that's available and I could use that if I wanted to. You can also throw an icon in there if you want to. I'm going to leave it with no icon at this time, but so if I save that, you'll see up at the top now that it's CassidyH/sample for my new URL, okay? So in order to get started, all students have to do is click that plus sign down in the corner. There's the tab that pops up for them to be able to post whatever they want. Pretty easy to use, pretty straightforward. A couple little other things that you can do is you can remake a Padlet. So if you want to remake one instead of starting over from scratch, you can also clear all posts on your Padlet. So if you use it one semester and at the end you want to clear it so that it's available for the next course, just hit clear all posts and you're good to go. Okay, so hopefully this was useful. Thank you.